My name's Jo and my family's connected here and I help out with the booth on a Friday afternoon. I dance and I love the competition side of it, and even though it can be quite scary, I love the adrenaline that comes from it, and it's super fun performing on stage. I really struggle with anxiety, and it was a really big part of my life for the last few years and took a toll on me a bit, and it was quite hard for me growing up with it. It's been hard to manage and just trying to get through it and know that I'm not alone. Even with dance, right before I'm about to go on stage, if I get super anxious, I'm like, do I even want to do this? Can I just pull out now? It's definitely been a really big challenge for me, and my mind has definitely battled with it a lot, choosing to go through it and just try and push through and stay strong, or if I should just back off and just let it win. And I lost a lot of confidence and everything. Obviously, a lot of different people get anxiety in different ways. Mine mostly happens at night, right before I'm about to go to bed. I get this really shaken up feeling in my stomach, and I know that I don't feel safe. And I just get really shaky, and I can't really control my breathing, and I start getting super scared, and I start stressing over the smallest little things and just overthinking about everything. And at night, when I struggled sleeping in just plain silence, my mind would then hear the tiny little creaks in the wall, and all of a sudden I thought someone was gonna come bash down the house or something. So I either have to sleep with my fan on, so it kind of you just hear the fan, or lately I've been starting to listen to worship music as I fall asleep, and that has really helped me. I also find that I fall asleep a lot quicker with the worship music, and also just my controlled breathing. When I start panicking and I start not being able to have my controlled breath, breathing in for 4, holding for 4 and breathing out for 4 is the technique that I use, and that I find really helpful, especially at school when I can't really go listen off to music, that I kind of just sit there and take some time for myself to calm myself down. I was scared to tell Mum and Dad about it because I had never felt this feeling before, and I thought I'd be able to overcome it myself. And yeah, talking to other people about it is so scary for me. Just being able to, people to know that I'm struggling is kind of because people do see me as happy and out there, just know that they're that I'm struggling. I was always scared that they would have a different opinion about me. But definitely when I would come out to Mum and Dad crying and I told them what was up, they were so helpful, and they really helped to calm me down, and they would sit there with me until we had calmed me down, and that would be really helpful before I went to bed. And a lot of my super close friends that I once I get to know them well and I open up about it to them, they're so helpful and they're super understanding, and it's not the outcome that my brain kept telling me would happen. It was the opposite, and they were super understanding and caring about it. I know for me, I kind of tried to keep it to myself, thinking that I could fight the battle by myself. But definitely if you talk to people about it, it helps so much. Just having those people behind you to support you, it's a lot more comforting, and you feel a lot more safer, and you don't feel like you're alone. And I noticed as I started talking to people more about it and they started caring about me more, my anxiety kind of backed off and eased up, because it wasn't more in my mind, it was just the feeling that I was getting. So yeah, definitely talking to people about it and the controlled breathing were definitely my big tips. I do know that it is also quite overwhelming for people with anxiety if you just kind of bombard them and are always are you okay, are you okay? Also give them time to breathe and think about it themselves. Persisting to them that you are there for them and that they're not alone was definitely just always constantly having my mum's voice in the back of my head, that she was there for me, and knowing that if I ever needed to, my dad was there for me for cuddles or to just hold me through the night. It's definitely a lot more comforting just knowing that there was people there for you. having that thought in my head that if I got through this, the people that would be so there for me and so proud of me for overcoming my anxious thoughts right before I went on stage, and just going out there and having fun and just dancing my best. It wasn't about if I placed, even though that's such a big thing against competition is, oh, I didn't get first, I'm not good. It was more knowing that as long as I danced my best and I was happy with how I was, everyone else would be just as proud as me, and they were always there to support me. They weren't there to see if I got first or second or third. They were just there for me, and no matter what result I got. And that definitely was what pushed me through, knowing that I needed to go out there and make them proud.